2 on and 2 out.
That's a rocket out toward left center field. Taylor Ward back for it, moving toward the gap.
2 out, 2 strike, 2-run double.
We got asked about this play where the Athletics initially looked to take a 2-0 lead before being reversed to a 1-0 lead.
I think somebody is out here. I think the man in the on-deck circle touched the runner, McCann's.
Hi everyone, it's Lindsay, and what you've asked about is a play in which a retired runner assists a still active runner in returning to home plate to touch it. This call, depending on where you're coming from, might seem like common sense, or it might seem like something not supported by rules. We're going to break it all down, starting with the base coach interference rule.
Castro kicks it around, and then everybody's safe. He dropped the ball so they're going to call Slater out.
Base coach interference is a unique brand where a base coach illegally assists a runner physically. Verbally, you can shout as much as you want. You cannot physically take a runner and move them to where you want them to go. That's the first part of this play. You might be asking, well, Lindsay, that's base coaches. There was no coach near home plate. Furthermore, the rule talks about third base and first base. This is home plate. It's a different base. You're right. Let's go to the next one.
Stumbling. Well, he definitely didn't get the plate there.
Yeah, he seemed to skip right over it, and that's why Alvarez grabbed him and pushed.
Next up is retired runner interference, which states that a retired or just scored runner is guilty of interference if they hinder or impede a following play made on any active runner.
Umpire John Bacon to recognize it. He sees the contact there, and he calls the runner out.
The one hitch in the giddy-up is notice we're looking for hinder or impede a play being made on a following runner or a following play. Look at what the Angels are doing. Does it look like they're making a play on this runner?
So this will be 1 run instead of 2, and it will end the inning.
To answer that question, we have to look at the potential play at home plate. We know that this runner missed the base. That's the only purpose for being pushed back to go and touch it by a retired. And now we have to wonder, is that a following play if the Angels don't actually make the play? The umpire sure notices the runner missed the base, but the pitcher is too into his own self-disappointment that he misses the runner missing home plate. So the question is, who do you penalize here? The A's for a retired runner, just scored runner physical assist, or the Angels for being oblivious and not paying attention? Classic Angels. Only active runners who are actually running the bases can push runners. If you're a retired runner, you're not allowed to push an active runner. So you would get interference from that physical assistance, which is treated similar to base coach. But there is a conflicting baseball rule interpretation that also applies to pro level. And this is from Peranto from college that also applies in pro. That's what it says. That states there is no coach's interference during a dead ball unless the coach's actions provide an advantage for the offensive team. So what you can interpret on this is if you deem that the retired runner, the just scored runner's physical push of the active runner, deprived the Angels of the free choice to execute an appeal after the ball became live at the end of this play, like the ball went back to the pitcher, went back on the mound, play ball, and you deprive the Angels of the chance to do that appeal, you can call that interference for physical assistance by a retired or just scored runner.
After review, the call on the field is confirmed. The runner missed home plate. He is out. Oakland loses their challenge.
The long and short of this is that this is not explicitly covered in the rulebook. There is an interpretation that says that this runner is out, but you have to go into a whole bunch of manuals to get that. And what I would really like to see, High Rules Committee who might be watching, please put this in the book next year. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the site. Visit us at CliscoSports.com.
Is Alvarez having scored and touched home plate, and how he will touch McCann and send him back to home plate, who missed home plate.
Just one more thing. It's not the contact itself, it's the physical assist that hinders or impedes, but two runners just running on the bases, they can push each other, no problem. Contact's okay between active runners. But even this, it would be okay if it did not create an unfair advantage for the offense. Hope that helps. If not, then, well, I don't know.